Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai mzima buheri wa afya. Jina langu ni Haifa Mohamed na karibu katika kipindi kipendacho Pewa Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Gumzo la Vijana. Alhamdulillah, leo tupo naye mgeni mwingine ambaye naamini kwa mada ambayo tumeweza kuichagua ama ameweza kuiwasilisha ni mada nzuri ambayo atatupa ufafanuzi zaidi kuhusiana na hilo. Huenda wewe unapitia changamoto ya kutosema hapana. Labda mtu amekwambia kitu umezoea kusema ndiyo every time. Sasa kama kila saa unazoea kusema ndiyo, inakuwa vigumu wewe kusema no kwa mtu. Hata kama unahisi labda kuna mahali unajidhulumu, wewe unasema tu ndiyo. Sasa leo kwa ufafanuzi zaidi mgeni wetu ataweza kutufafanulia si mwingine bali anakuja kwa jina la Belinda Atieno, na ataweza kutujuza yeye ni nani, anafanya nini kabla tuingie ndani ya mada yetu. Na tukirudi kwake tutaweza kufahamu mengi. Karibu sana, habari ya asubuhi.
Nzuri sana. Thank you for hosting me. Naitwa Belinda Atieno kama ulivyowaambia. Alafu mimi nafanya marketing. I'm in sales and marketing. So interaction yangu huwa sana na people physically. Yeah. So I deal with people a lot, and sometimes you find yourself in compromising situations. Yeah. So unajifunza over time to set some boundaries, and with the time you learn. Yeah.
Naam. Na Belinda, kuhusiana na hili swala mpaka kufikia kuchoose topic ya kusema saying no without feeling guilty, has it ever happened to you? Labda imeshawahi kukutokea kwamba umekuwa mtu wa kusema ndio every time?
Yeah, ningesema hivyo. Manake kitu ambacho niligundua when I was in campus, from your first years in campus to about your third year, you're not very self-aware. Haujui mambo mengi sana kukuhusu wewe mwenyewe. So unajipata unafanya vitu hata vitu ambavyo hautaki, unaona? So it comes a time unaanza ku feel resentful, una feel ni kama you don't want to really do these things, lakini you're doing them, unaona? So ukifika hapo for there, not for everybody, lakini for me, niliona I have taken a turn, and it's easier, or I'd say it's important to express yourself honestly, unaona? You might feel bad. When you're feeling bad, yes, it still means bado hauja clarify the boundary, but it is a journey. It is not it's not something you just jump into, no. So yeah, I realized that I have to change for me, because I would not be doing things zenye at the end of the day I feel ni kama, why did I do this? No. Yeah. So that has happened. And for anybody, it takes time to actually bring clarity to other people. Juu kuna watu washazoea, wewe nikikwambia ufanye hivi, hautakata.
Ndiyo.
Unaona? Lakini ile mara yako ya kwanza, si lazima uende the full head on, no, I'm not doing that. Si lazima. Manake as a person also, there is also the guilt that you might feel. And the guilt just means you're still morphing. Haujabadilika kabisa, unaona? Hata wewe mwenyewe haujafikia mahali ambapo unataka. So you can tell someone, unaweza mwambia, nipe some time nifikirie kuhusu that your request yako, na hiyo time unaitumia ku actually think about what you really want. Think about that decision. Your request or whatever they want you to do, think about the side of the story, wewe unataka aje, unaona? So that when you're coming out to express yourself honestly, you do it I'd say with more confidence, unaona? Yeah.
Na before niulize mswali, like how do you understand the word guilt?
So in this situation, guilt is not feeling like you have done something wrong. It's just feeling like you're not reaching up to their expectations in this particular situation. In other situations, it might be defined differently. But kwa hii, ina feel tu ni kama haujafikia the expectations. And for that reason, you feel bad on your end. No. Because I guess growing up, people have always had us as kids, tukiwa watoto, wanataka tukue na to achieve certain things. So even when you meet other people, you already have it in your mind that huyu mtu kuna vile ambavyo ananiview, so I have to reach up to that expectation. Or if you're friends, you think because you're friends, there are some things I'm supposed to do as your friend. No, I should not be saying no to you every time, or I should not be declining your requests. No. So when you don't reach up to the expectation and that feeling hits back at you, that is what we define, or that is what we call guilt. But then again, to overcome that, you have to, it takes time and it requires a lot of firmness. Unaona, ndio wao pia waelewe, because it's so hard to make them understand that I don't want to do this. Especially mtu ashazoea, wewe huwa haukatai. Wataona ni kama unaanza kukua entitled, unaanza maringo, kitu kama hiyo. So it takes time. I'd say the whole thing takes time. It's not easy because it comes with disappointing someone. No. We are all used to you disappointing people is not a good thing. Even ndo tunajua.
But do you think kwamba sometimes sisi wenyewe ndo we have that feeling inside us, kwa sababu at the end of the day uende ule mtu labda wewe umesema no na hajafeel ile vibaya, but then our thinking does it affect how we view hii masala ya saying no, and inafanya sisi to feel ile guilt inside us?
Unajua nini? I'm just getting that perspective right now. The fact that maybe how I feel ni kama it's a big deal kukata. Actually, it could be. But most of the time, I don't know. I just feel like kuna venye huwa wanasikia tukikata kufanya kitu. Yeah.
So ni kama tuseme maybe ni conscious yetu sisi wenyewe, because sometimes na feel mfano mimi nimekatalia mtu and maybe baadaye niseme namfuatilia atambia like I'm okay, and then mimi ndo it's like mimi ndo nilifeel ile guilt kwa sababu nishazoea kutuambia mtu no, na kama sijazoea ile kuambia no, it means every time I'm saying
you're saying yes just to
to please. Ndo ile kama it's like you want to get affirmation kutoka kwa mtu.
I think that also comes from a point, comes from how something about our childhood, you want to be you're looking
acknowledged.
You want to be acknowledged, nataka acceptance from like other people. And now you just have to do what they're asking, even when like they're okay with you saying no. Yeah. That is a thing.
So you feel it now.
Yeah, I do.
Nakwambia. Like okay, we might say maybe mimi nimesema no, especially in our family.
Yeah.
Do you know, in our families inakuwa ngumu sana kusema no. Sasa unajikuta umekuwa like in a Pandora box. How do I solve this?
When you
has it ever happened to you
with the family?
Saying no, they know that okay, Belinda loves saying yes. Tunajua yeye atakubali tu, hata nikimtuma kwa duka mara 20 ataenda, atasema no.
With the family, I'd say okay. I would not call it a situation where I had to say no, really. I'd just say I was compromising. But that is also a situation where I can't say no. No, but it wasn't that easy. So I had to just flow with it. But then family is different. Okay, families are different. And this is how they are set up. And in some situations, it's a bit hard to say no. And for me, when it comes to family, I compromise sometimes, but I do know where I am family saying no. Kuna some situations, najua ni mimi mnaniumiza hapa kuna mtu mwingine anaumia, ni mimi tu. So I just be like, mistake. Yeah, because I remember one time, that was way before I was supposed to join school. Not way before, but just some months to going to campus. And my mom was like, there's the way my family is. There's my mom's side of the family, and then there's my dad's side of the family.
Yes.
So these two sides, ni maji na mafuta. Okay. So my dad isn't there. No. So there's just his siblings, or my aunts and uncles. So after my KCSE, my uncle was like, come over to Nairobi, you go to Wende driving school. And my mom was like, no, you're not going. Alafu, mamangu unajua alihama. So where I come from, it's a border district. So a border district, you won't be given a national ID unless you're vetted.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens. So I couldn't apply for a national ID anywhere else. Kama sio huko kwa kina baba yangu.
Okay. So
I told my mom, nenda wapi? Nenda home. Kuapply nini? Kuapply ID. She was like, hapana, you're not going. And me, I'm like, this is yeah, there's no way you're going to get me an ID, to be honest. Let's just be frank with each other. And I respect you, but respectfully, I'm going. No. So I had to stand on,
on your grounds.
On my grounds. I had to make a decision for myself. Because at that point, there were a lot of things going on. And I was just like, I really need to do this. Yeah, because even if I had stayed, there were a lot of things that would have required me to have a national ID. No. Because at that point, you're over 18. The slightest mistake or something small could get me, inaweza nihusisha na polisi, they would require me to get my ID.
Also going to university, ID lazima ukuwe nayo.
Yeah. Nikaambia, naenda. So yeah, she felt bad, but I was like, it is necessary.
So that was like saying no to her request.
Yeah, that was saying no to a request or whatever it was. I was.
So coming to that, do you think watu wengi kwa nini hawana ile nguvu ya kusema no, even though they want to say it, lakini hawana ile nguvu ya kusema no?
It could be from fear, because in a situation like mine, that is my parent, she can decide to disown me. That is the worst case. Or it could drain our relationship. No. Or sometimes it's okay, when I talk of fear, it's wide. Yes, so it could be the fear of what they could do, mostly. And at
so
that time,
it's like it's from fear ya seeing how people can view you.
Yeah, how they view you, or the outcome of your decision. No. So maybe you have said no, and it turns out to be, turns out to be something bad instead. But then again, on a general scale, it's mostly fear from within, and then fear of the outcome, or like what's going to happen, or how are they going to do this. It's just fear.
So do you think also traumas can be one of the things ambazo zinasababisha mtu yoyote kutoweza kukatalia kitu? Because kuna mtu labda background yake amekuwa in a family that inamtraumatize, au bullying in school, labda mtu amekuwa ile bullied from a young stage, so inafikia mahali hata mtu akimwambia kitu anaenda for the fear.
For that one, I would say it's low self-esteem, because with bullying, the bully usually makes you feel like you are less of a person. Kuna venye wanapunguzanga your worth in your own eyes. So you feel like you have very low self-esteem. And for that reason, you are looking for affirmations, you're looking for validation from people. So you're trying to just do as they would want you to do. Ndio, at least, ufeel ni kama you're somebody. Yeah, and that would make you actually have a hard time saying no, because you really want someone to look at you and feel like you're worth something.
So and how can we build that confidence ya kwamba I'll have to say no before we take a break?
I think the first thing not the first. Not have to prioritize it the most because it's not easy. People don't even get to do it until they're much older. Is try to really understand yourself. If you are someone whose past has some trauma, you sit down with your trauma because most of the time what tunapush tu hizi vitu to the back of our minds. We try to not feel them, but the impact is at the front.
Yes.
We don't even realize the impact sometimes. So the first thing you have to do is really understand yourself. Ukishajielewa, you set some boundaries. When you set boundaries, you know that when someone does something like this, it's unacceptable. Hii siwezani nayo. If you want to go out to mashere 3 days, 4 days consecutively, and me, I'm only comfortable with 2, I'm going to say no to the rest of the 2 days. If if you spend how much, say over 50K on shopping, but I can't afford that, I'm not going to push myself beyond the amount of money I can spend. So it's about understanding yourself and setting boundaries. Ndio wewe mwenyewe unajua, I am doing this for me, I am trying to protect something within me, or I'm healing myself. Because for somebody saying mtu ako na trauma from their past, who has been constantly saying yes for validation, and now they want to be saying no. It's not about for them, it's now trying to heal themselves, because I have been doing this to get validation, I have been doing this to be accepted, and I do not have to be accepted, I do not have to be validated. So when you try to say no, or when you learn to say no, you're trying to heal yourself.
Thank you. Acha tuchukue mapumziko, tukirudi then we'll continue.
Sawa.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya kwanza tukiwa naye Belinda Atieno ndani ya studio zetu za Mahdi TV, naamini unazidi kufahamu mengi ambayo anazidi kukujuza kuhusiana na wewe kusema hapana. Huenda labda katika maisha kuna vitu vinakuzonga zaidi kwa sababu ya wewe kutosema hapana. And pia tutakuja tuangalie consequences za mtu kutosema no. Ukiwa kama wewe uwezi kusema no, ni vitu gani katika maisha yako vinaweza kukuharibikia? Inshallah mpenzi mtazamaji, acha tuchukue mapumziko, tutakaporudi tutaendelea zaidi. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mpenzi mtazamaji, karibu tena katika awamu ya pili ya kipindi kipendacho Pewa Asubuhi ndani ya kitengo Gumzo la Vijana, tukiwa naye Belinda Atieno ndani ya studio zetu za Mahdi TV. Anazidi kujuza mengi kuhusiana na swala zima la kusema no. Sio wewe kila saa unasema ndio. Unaposema ndio kila saa, pia wewe mwenyewe hadhi yako utaiona kama mtu ana take advantage nayo. Huenda wewe unaona labda ukisema no itakufanya ujihisi kwamba mimi I'm guilty concerning kwa nini nasema no, lakini huenda ndo ikawa ile no yako ikakusaidia baadaye. Sasa tukirudi kwake tuweza kufahamu mengi na mengi zaidi. Karibu tena Belinda.
Asante.
Naam. Tukiendelea, what mindset shift helps people stop feeling guilty?
Now, the kind of mindset that you're supposed to have so that you don't feel guilty when you say no. I think when you put yourself first, which might sound a bit selfish and self-centered, but iko na advantages of its own to yourself. So wewe ukijeka mbele wa kwanza, you consider yourself first, and you do the things that you would do for yourself and not someone else. So that would make you reduce the guilt. It would reduce the guilt of saying no. That would help.
So in some cultures, kusema no inakaa disrespectful. How can people navigate that? Kwa sababu tunaingia katika generation ambayo ni tofauti na ile ya wazazi wetu. Wazazi wetu, they are a bit different. Wasidhani kama kwa walifundishwa kusema no. Kusema tu no unakuwa tu disown. But tunajua tunaingia katika tuseme kama Gen Z. Mtu kama Gen Z nowadays anasema no.
Actually there's I think yesterday I came across a thread where they were saying a lot of Gen Zs are getting fired from their workplace just shortly after being recruited. And most people were saying, if you're firing a lot of people, it's you who needs to change. Because there's something that is not right within your work environment. So I would say, even if it's a lot of people, you don't have to be following, you don't have to be all the white sheep. No, you can be the black one. Of course, si kila mtu ata-agree na wewe on you saying no, because that is something they are, okay, right now it's stereotyping millennials into being people who say yes, or being people who are people pleasers to bosses and all. I don't know how true that is, but I don't think it's that true. But I think you do not have to be with the rest of the white sheep. It's okay to be a black sheep. You can always be the only person saying no. You have to. That is as long as you really understand your boundaries. Unajielewa vizuri na unaelewa why you have set these boundaries. You can be the different person. There's no harm in being the different person. If anything, you could be an influence to other people. Because say you're in a work environment that wanakwambia ati in the contract it says ati kazi ni 8 to 5, but when you leave at 5, or 5 ticks and you're out, wanakuangalia zile za wewe anaenda no, because the rest want to stay there and look like
utakuta like okay people watu wengine kwa workplace wanaweka boundaries in such kuna time si pale kazini 8 to 5 si ndio ameshatoka and then boss anakupigia saa 2 usiku so mwingine anaambia huyu because atanisumbua so unakuta anakuwa na namba 2 anakuwa na nyumbani ambao boss wake hana hiyo namba alafu na ya kazini inafika nyumbani anazima hii ya kazi kwa sababu work time yangu imeisha. Why are you calling me?
That is having now boundaries. And okay, I would know. Okay, it's also saying no to whatever. Kwa sababu yeye mwenyewe ndiye alidraft a contract that says you're supposed to work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you do not have to conform the way someone else, because maybe that somebody else has a reason why they stay past 5, or there's some benefits. You never know. But wewe, you can be the different person. You can challenge the culture. Yeah.
So why do you think wale watu ambao huwa wanasema no, it's like they're being taken advantage of? Ni kama like hii kusema yes, not even same yes, wana take your advantage than yule mwenye anasema no. Unajua ukiwa na no, unajua tu kabisa mimi boundaries zangu ni hivi. Wewe ufure upasuke, it's all on you. Kwa sababu mwingine atakwambia okay mimi it's okay. Mimi nishasema no. So whether you like it or not, mimi sifanyi. No.
I think it's because yoni jamazoea, to be honest. When people they take advantage because they know you'll do it. You don't have wamekuzoea hivyo because you haven't clarified your boundaries, you haven't set, or maybe you do have them, but hawajajua uko nazo. So when you leave your boundaries, you don't speak of them, or you don't clarify, you don't tell anybody that this is how I operate, they will definitely come to you with things you never even do. And when you don't say no, and you do it more than thrice, because for me, I think pattern recognition happens when something, kitu kifanyika mara kwanza, you can say, hakuwa anajua. Afanye mara ya pili, you can, for sure, itafanyika mara ya tatu. That I can tell you for a fact. It will happen the third time, and they will not be apologetic about it. So when you haven't clarified your boundaries to people, they will definitely take advantage. Watakuzoea.
So unasema unaweka red line.
Ambia huyo mtu, this is not how I do things. Hivi ndo mimi hufanya. Unaona? You make them aware so that they know when they're coming to you, they're requesting, but they know you can either say yes or you can say no, and either is fine.
So do you think wanawake na wanaume they experience guilt, saying no differently?
Yeah.
How?
I would say so, because I think most women are more prone to saying yes,
And
even when they
emotion.
don't want to. Yeah, because they are more. Okay, so many studies have shown that women are, I'd say, emotional. They become emotionally aware from even a young age. There's this one particular test they did on kids. Hawa watoto mtu amekuja na chakula iko na chumvi mob and they give it to the girls and the boys. The food inaonja the same. So the girls are saying it's okay, iko tu sawa, unaona. Lakini the boys are saying nani alitengeneza hii? Mbona likiwa chumvi mingi? So the boys don't know how to protect or how to, like, they don't
to cover up
or ndio usisikie vibaya. But the girls, they do that. So with that comes with inakuja na compromising. So you accept the things you're not even comfortable with. So I'd say women, yes, they are more likely to go in the direction of saying yes even when they don't want to. But men, maybe in adulthood ndio wanaweza fanya vitu as favors, ndio wanaweza shindwa kusema no. But most times they will confidently say no juu hawataki. No, hawatalazimisha.
So meaning like men call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
So mimi kama nitakwambia, because okay, I have interacted with different people and yeah, to women ni tofauti na to men ni tofauti. Mwanaume atakwambia like, okay, if you've done something wrong, yeye atakwambia tu straightforward. Whether you like it or not. Akikwambia this is a no, it's a no.
That's how most of them are, because they don't perceive emotions the same way women do. So hawaoni kama utasikia vibaya sana. Hata kama utasikia vibaya, they don't think it's that bad. So that's why they don't feel, hawaoni ugumu sana kusema no.
And another thing, how does learning to say no change our personality or change the person in life?
I think when you finally, not even finally, when you are at some point in your life where you can confidently decline requests, una feel, I said, more free, because as I said earlier, saying yes to things you don't want to eventually comes with resentment. So ukifika mahali you can confidently say I don't want to do that. Uta feel free. Unaona? Hata kama mtu atasikia vibaya, lakini wewe haujafanya kitu ambacho hautaki. Yeah. So it gives you some freedom as a person. I think it makes you happier because kuna some contentment now you have that I can do like kitu mimi nataka and not what somebody else wants me to do. Yeah.
I think kila mtu anapitia your face. Like every time you used to say yes, alafu inafika at some point in your life unasema no, I have to decide.
Yeah, a lot of things do happen. And in the process, even friendships are lost.
True.
Jobs are lost. There's a day on TikTok, I just saw this girl. She was like, I just quit my job because they made me wash dishes and that was not in the job description. And I'm like, I mean, I understand because there's no way someone is just coming out of nowhere to tell you, fanya, and they didn't, you know.
Yeah.
You have to let people know this is where, this is the line, you are crossing this line. Here, hapa, ndo hii. No. So it comes with losing some things, and at peak, you finally realize it's worth it, because when you get into an environment where people now understand boundaries, it's easier to maneuver.
So it's all about protecting your peace.
You have to protect something in you. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's a crazy world. A lot of things are going on. You have to protect your head. Unaweza cheesy. It's bad out here. It's not easy. So you have to protect something, to be honest. Even if you're losing relationships, families. People have even lost families, to be honest. Connections with families. Good people.
Yeah, because I remember seeing in a TikTok, nini mtoto mmoja akisema kwamba like he said no to what mama yake alikuwa anataka afanye. Mama yeye alikuwa anataka okay, alikuja akamaliza shule akapata kazi. Alipopata kazi cheki yake ilikuwa a bit higher.
I think I saw the guy.
Yeah, we saw it.
The young man whose brother had they were depending on him a lot.
Exactly. Hata walikuwa hawajaanza kudepend on him kwa sababu yeye ndo firstborn. So like everything yeye anashughulishwa nyumbani. So ikafikia ndo by that time anafikia kupata kazi yake, amepata nini at least pesa sasa zinaanza kuingia. Ukumbuke mom ako stable, si ati hayuko stable. Yeah. So like wanataka wampe ile majukumu ya yeye kuangalia nani? Kuangalia brother yake, amlipie brother yake. Yeah. So the guy decided to say no.
And you say no and the family turns against you. Kuna roho mbaya.
Exactly. So like asema like alienda like 1 year aongei na mamake.
I saw that guy yesterday.
So I'm like saying no in as much as tuna protect ile peace yetu.
It's at a cost.
It's at a cost.
Yeah.
Mtu anafaa tu kuwa ready kwamba usema okay, I lose this, it's okay.
Yeah.
But you have to stand on
make peace with that.
Yeah. So tukimalizia, kitu gani ambao labda unataka kuambia mpenzi mtazamaji concerning this?
I think you have to give yourself time. You have to be patient with yourself. There are things you're still learning. It is not automatically, it doesn't happen automatically. You will not wake up tomorrow and say no and feel good or feel, nice on the inside. So it is something that's a process. So give yourself time and learn. Whatever time it takes, however long, learn to set boundaries and let people know your boundaries. Otherwise, they're going to tramp on you. They're not going to respect you. And they will always be making the most ridiculous requests and be expecting you to just follow along. Jifunze kusema no. Yeah, it's quite important, very important. Whatever you lose, you'll gain it back. Yeah.
It's all about time.
It takes time. That's all you should know.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Kurudi kwako mpenzi mtazamaji, natumai katika awamu ya pili tukiwa naye Belinda Atieno, natumai umefurahika sana na maongezi yake. Maongezi yake yamekuwa yenye busara na kukuhimiza wewe kwamba kuna muda unapaswa kusema hapana. Sio kila muda unasema ndiyo. Kwa sababu huenda itakuwa na madhara makubwa katika maisha yako. Maisha yako ni muhimu. Tuko katika dunia ambao kila siku tuna mzunguko, kila siku labda tunatengwa, tunawekwa kando, lakini maamuzi yako ndo kila kitu kwako. Unapoamua kwamba hichi kitu hakikufai, because mwisho wa siku angalia mental health yako. Saying no pia inakufanya ile stress ishuke. Ukiwa unakubali kila saa, inakuwa like inakufanya unakuwa tuna stress hapa na pale. So ukiwa mtu ambaye utajitahidi zaidi, angalia ile situation ni gani, ipige picha vizuri, master kwa akili yako uone, je, hii nitasema ndio ama la. Ikiwa ni kitu ya kusema la, sema la. Wewe kataa. Usijali kwamba utafeel guilty, it's part of you, but amua ya kwamba it's high time kujisimamia na uweke boundaries kunradhi katika maisha yako. Inshallah mpenzi mtazamaji, kufikia hapo sina mengi ya kusema isipokuwa ni kukwambia masala.